Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm getting ready to do my stuff. So right now I have 2 freezers. And so, because power goes out or something happens to one, I don't want to lose all my meat. Plus, I eat a lot of meat. And so I want the storage capacity. So, what I've been doing, this is just information only, not saying you should do it, but what I've been doing is when I go to the store, because there is so much weirdness in this world right now, I buy 1 or 2 extra things of ground beef. Because you know what? Can't hurt. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a hoarder. What can I say? So anyway, I buy like 1 extra thing of ground beef. Maybe not every time, but a lot of times. So at one point, I was using these. And so what I've been doing is I had the freezer and I had all my stuff in it. So then all the new stuff I bought goes in the new freezer. Well, so now I'm working through all the food that's in the old freezer. And this was down in there. So I'm like, all right, let's see how we did these. So last night I had to go back and watch my videos on YouTube to see how I did them because I couldn't remember. So I've got my oven, long story longer, I've got my oven on 400 right now because that's how I did it before. Because these instructions are for a broil directions. And this is for 15. They had us doing these in 15 minutes according to the instructions. But in my video, that wasn't how it ended up. So there's 12 of these burgers. So what I did in my previous video, like I said, I had to go back and see. I lined them up, and then I ended up being like 25 minutes, close to 30 minutes. So, because in the end, I remember me saying it was 15, and then I remember adding some time at the end. Anyway, so we're going to try this, but like I said, rather than letting these sit there for the next 6 months, I want to use them. And I may decide I like them better than the other since it's been a while. I did not care for the crock pot as much. Taste is always fine, but texture, I do like some kind of texture to my stuff. So anyway, in order to get these to fit, I do have to kind of stand them up a little bit. So hopefully, the meat's going to shrink anyway, so that's 1. So when the oven dings, I will, one of these is 85-15, the other is 80-20. It's just what I grabbed. And so anyway, come on, little feller. Grr. Well, whenever they flash froze it, they didn't put they didn't with that one either. I'm gonna have to use a knife. This one either. Well, that was a defective bag. My stars. See if I can do this without stabbing myself. Okay, I'll put it in there. Hey, that worked. I'll put it in here. Well, if this video doesn't make it to YouTube, then I cut myself. I stabbed myself because, nobody wants to watch somebody stab themselves or cut off a hand or something. So, come on. Grr, get in there. Yay, Terry. One more and then we got it. Yay, Terry. Good job. You got to celebrate your wins in life, you know. These boogers are cold, holy mackerel. So there's 12 of them in here. And I figure I'll do, hey, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah. There's 12. Got a little discombobulated. It's 10, and evidently math is too early to do at 10 a.m. So anyway, I'm just going to put them in like this. No seasonings or anything. I can add, I keep salt at work, so if I decide I need seasonings, I can add that. And washing my hands here. So my thought process, at least as of today, it may not end up working out, but we'll see. I'm going to take 6 patties. I'll eat 6 patties a day. Whether I do it 1 meal a day, which you'll hear me say the word OMAD. Whether I do 1 meal a day or whether I do it 2 meals a day, it doesn't really matter. I'll still want the same number of patties. A lot of times when I do eat 2 meals a day, I eat my second meal before I go to work, or before I leave work. I just pop them in the microwave, and so anyway, so that way I'm prepared depending on how I feel that moment. If I'm super hungry, I'll eat all 6, around 10, 11. And I'm also going to be making my the sausage patties that I did last week. I really enjoy it. Just a different flavor, different texture. Just a fun thing. So I don't know if I have to wait for this to reach 400 or not. I'm just going to put it in there. Watch out, puppy dogs. Burn your tail off. So I'm going to set the timer. I'll do 10 and 10. I'll do 20 minutes just so I can take a look at them. So I'll do 10 minutes and then I'll come back and we'll flip them and see how they're looking and then go that route. So this one, I'll do my usual, which I can't do it now. It's just going to set out until it's ready to go in. So when those are done, I'll switch over and do my ground, which it was frozen this morning when I pulled it out. But I'll do my ground pork sausage, or ground pork. It's not sausage. I just buy the ground pork so there's no seasonings in it, no sugar in it. Like I said, I enjoy it being in the little Ziploc bag. I kind of hold it like it's, when you eat those one popsicles that you squeeze up. It's kind of what I did with the bag, except I didn't squeeze it up. But I held the bag as I bit into the sausage patty. Ground pork patty. Dadgummit, if I call it sausage, just know I mean this stuff, which is ground pork. Unseasoned, 100% ground pork, not sausage. But if I accidentally say sausage, this is what I'm trying to talk about. It's just my mouth isn't on board with what's going on today. My mouth has its own opinion. Now, if you wanted to make this like sausage, you could add some Italian seasoning. Probably, like if you want an Italian flavor sausage. My taste buds still are not 100%. Like, since I had COVID back in October, and I think I told you all, I still have my antibodies. So, and I don't know if that's a correlation or if it's just a, just happens to be, a coincidence. But I still have antibodies, and I still have taste bud issues and sense of smell issues, and I still have phantom smells in the various times of the day. It's like this chemical, almost like a putty or like a caulk kind of smell. I get those, so that's kind of random. But anyway, so why don't we doctor this up for some fun? Got some garlic salt, some Italian, and you see sage. I have some sage in here somewhere because I saw where they use sage. Oh, never opened. I saw one time where they used that to make sausage. So I'm like, oh, all right. So we're going to try it. Let's just see what we think here. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. It's not coming out very well. There we go. I can't even, that's not a very strong smell either. I mean, a hint of it, but not a lot. And then some Italian seasoning. So, making my own pork sausage. So now I can call it sausage, dadgummit, and not be confusing. And then, of course, you gotta have a little garlic salt. I mean, that stuff hung the moon, in my opinion. Garlic salt is the bomb, diggity. So, what I should do, hold on. I really don't plan things ahead. Maybe someday I will, but, you know, that's like, requires brain space now. After I went through all that work, I'm going to mix it all up so it's down inside of it like real sausage and not just on the top. Whoop, I'm getting a little wild here. Come here, feller. Come here. You come here too. All right. Oh, I said come here. Now the dogs are coming along. They're like, ooh, does she mean me? Is she going to give me something? I love you, puppies, but I'm not giving you my food. No, 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 no. Instead, what I'll do is give them a B-O-N-E. For those who can't spell, it's bone. Bone. But we didn't want to say that too loud. And it's not even really that. It's actually some rawhide, little twisty thing. There we go. Now, I just made my own fancy sausage. My own Italian sausage. Look at me being all domestic and stuff. All right. Throw that away. And that away. Since it got out on the counter, it's not like I set food on the counter or anything normally, but still don't want to leave ground pork on my counter or juices or remnants or whatever. I don't want that. That's yuck. So gotta clean that off there, dadgummit. So when the burgers are done, I will go and turn my oven down. I guess. I don't know. I could probably keep it at 400. And I don't know how long it cooked. But anyway, I'll cook this when the burgers are all done. So, all right. Now, that. Was I going to tell you anything? Oh, here we go. Let's give the kids. You can watch them. You're going to watch them. Now watch. There's only one, but watch this. He about broke his neck to get in here. Let's go, buddy. Callie! Come on, sis! She might be outside. He gets one. He gets two. She might be outside. Watch out, buddy. me find your sister. Callie! Here she comes. Here she comes. Hi, pretty girl. There you go. Oh, boy. Now, they all got a treat because Mama was working in the kitchen. So, all right. Now, I'll be back in about 4 minutes, and we'll check the burgers. All right. So, I'm going to flip them. I remember as I was watching my video to see how I did these, I had issues using a pancake turner with these patties. So, it shows how long it's been since I've done it. I had to watch my own video to see how I did it, because I sure couldn't remember. Oh man, I broke it. Oh, somebody's outside barking. You guys better go check it out. Must not have been serious there, but one of them's back. Alright. Sorry, I got scratched my nose. Okay, so there's one. And to be honest, I don't think my oven has beat that it's at 400 yet. So, that might have a little something to do with the fact that they're not very far. I don't know, but, you know. Oh, Callie's barking out there, Baxter. You better go check her out. I'm really trying not to tear my aluminum foil if I can. Oh, but I tore my burger. Come on. Come on, little feller. If I can help it, if I don't tear my foil, then I don't have to wash my thing. And these pans are so big that they do have a hard time fitting into my dishwasher. So I really like when I can avoid washing them. Alright, let's put them in. Since they're really basically defrosted now with just a little bit of dark brown around the outer edge, I'm going to set my timer for, I think I'm going to do 15 minutes this go around. So I will show you in 15 minutes. And 15 minutes later, this is what I have. I'm going to turn the oven down to 350. So I can put this one in. Put my sausage in so I can call it sausage now and be right. Okay. So I said I was going to put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. The dogs get excited when they hear me talking because they assume I'm talking to them. So I put 6 patties in there. And I cut one in the middle. It's dripping all over the place. And that's how it looks. Well, half of one. 1.5, 2. Hey, I might. This would probably be a good time to use my little spatula. And I was laughing because in my video that I had made before with these, boy, I cut them up into bite-sized pieces. But not this time. I am being lazyful. Just being lazy. Okay. So there's one. I'm going to move this over to here. I think I'll check on those patties in about 15 minutes. Dog, if something lands on you, So the reason why I'm not making a full week's worth, I still have 4 days of food in my refrigerator and freezer. So I didn't want to, make a whole bunch. It would not be a waste. I mean, it would get eaten eventually. But I thought, well, and I didn't want to just make one batch of these, because if I find out that 6 is not enough, because 6, they're 1/4 pound patties, so 6 is 1.5 pounds. And then by the time I add that 1/4 pound of my pork sausage, that is 2 pounds. So, in theory, I should be having 2 pounds of meat a day. I mean, it should add up to, not that I should eat that much, but anyway, so I want to have extra in case I find that I'm hungry earlier, or that I don't get as full or whatever. When you're trying something new, you definitely want to have backup. So if I find that I need to take an extra sausage patty or something, I want to have some stuff waiting in the wings. So now today I'll just have these 4 containers of burgers. Sorry, I gotta get up here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 lids. And that will be my lunches. Well, my meals this week. So like I said, I'll take all 6 of them to work. And then if I eat 3 at one point, or 2 at one point, or 6 at one, whatever I eat. But each of these is enough for the day for my meat, or for my beef, and then I'll have the sausage patties too. So whenever, I'm going to let this all cool down, and being that it's not a lot of fat, it might harden up, and then I could just pull this out and let it go in the trash can, and not have to pour the liquid out into my container that I have. Anyway, so yeah, burgers, and then I'll show you the sausage patties when they're done. And here we go. Let me scoot it back a little bit. So, put it in my 6 bites, or 6 patties. I don't know why. I do know why. Usually I use this pan to defrost whatever I've got to defrost that week, and I don't cover it with aluminum foil in order to let it defrost. So I did not think about doing that. So I'm going to put them on this plate because it's freshly hot, so it will melt the Ziploc bag, and that's not healthy. I don't need melted plastic in my life. So I'll just kind of set it out here, and I'll have to make sure I set it up high enough that these little yahoos, these little 4-legged yahoos, don't get to it, because little twerps, this week they got a hold of one of my little crochet things. First time I left it down low enough, and yeah, they managed to, it was a little finger puppet, and the little brats managed to get a hold of it, and they had a grand time with it. So that little amount of grease, I actually just poured into my trash can, And I'm going to put this pan down into my sink with some good old Dawn and hot water. And I'll let that soak. And yeah, so that's it. That's my meal prep this week. I'm getting lazier and lazier as time goes on. And now if I would have had, if I would have wanted 6 days, I would have used the big pan, one of them for a second round, and I would have just done the burgers with these, and would have done this at 400. So anyway, so I like this better because, like I said, I just like the texture of a burger. I really like these, and I like my burger, you know, the loaf that I make. It works really well. Versus what I'm saying is versus the crock pot. I like this versus the crock pot. The crock pot is just a messy when I'm eating it, because you're eating just these little bites of burger, a burger, and it falls off, and then I managed to get grease all on my shirt. And anyway, so I don't like being all messy. So yeah. So if I want cheese, I could bring some cheese if I wanted and just tear off little bites of it as I go, or put some shredded cheese, whatever I wanted. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's what I got for the week. And like I said, the burgers, I keep one of my Redmond's real salt at work. So if I'm in the mood for salt, I'll do that. And if I'm not, I won't. So there you go, guys. That is my meal prep this week. Have a great week. Hey, so in my last video, I was talking about eating unprocessed foods. If you look right here, and hopefully it's sitting backwards to you, ingredients is 100% pure beef. So that means there's no natural seasonings, there's no added anything. It's just 100% pure ground beef. So this goes along with what I had said in eating foods in their whole food state. Same with these ground beef or ground pork patties. This was in its natural ground pork state. So these were not processed. These were not altered. There's no sugar in them. There's no hidden ingredients in them. It's just read your labels. So these are 100% ground, or those burger patty things, 100% ground beef. So I mean, that's not processed. Unlike, hold on. Where are they? Aha. So this is 100% ground pork with whatever seasonings I add. This better cheddar. Pork, great. Water, okay. Cheddar cheese, okay. Sodium phosphate, salt, fruit and vegetable juice color, paprika, powdered cellulose, sorbic acid, and less than 2% of the following: salt, corn syrup, potassium lactate, sugar, natural flavors, sodium diacetate, sodium something, beef collagen casing, and contains milk. So this list of ingredients, all that, versus this list of ingredients, 100% pure beef. That That, my friends, is the difference. That is the trick. That is what our focus needs to be on. Not on things that have 11 ingredients. So that is why I chose to buy ground pork and turn it into whatever I want it to be. Oh, dang, I put this bag back wrong side out. Shoot a monkey. But that is why I'm doing these. That's why I'm making my own. Because for my health and for my future and my wellness, I would rather take this extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of putting this together for the convenience that I'm going to have now. So now I'll have the convenience of grabbing one and going. So now I've got this convenience, and it took me all of however long I've been talking to you. I think it's been about 4 minutes now. So 4 minutes of putting them in baggies on top of mushing them up and then letting them cook. That short amount of time, I now have my own. Oh, remember I said I eat them out of the baggie? I go, I hold it by the baggie. I push it up, and then I eat it out of here. So I use this kind of like a wrapper from when you get a burger. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you. All these ingredients versus simple 100% pure ground beef or 100% pure ground pork. That is what you're wanting to change in our lives. Yes, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff from the food industry. Oh, it's not bad for you. Same with that Beyond Meat. That is not food. That is chemicals that are put together to make something that's not natural. If it doesn't come in a nature, if it doesn't grow in nature, and you're not eating it in its natural form, you're eating this. It's going to be the same as eating a honey bun, only maybe less sugar, maybe the same amount of sugar. So that's what I wanted to show you. So things like that, things like eggs, things like cheese that has Parmesan cheese, milk, cultures, salt, and enzymes. So yeah, that's several ingredients, but I could switch to this, and this. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I could come over here, and we have ingredients: bacon, salt, and nitrates, bacon bits. We got butter, pure Irish cream butter. Where's the ingredients? Pasteurized cream salt, period. Pasteurized cream and salt. 2 ingredients. This cheese, milk, cultures, salt, and enzymes. This water, where is it? It's water and natural flavor. Now they do give a little bit of leeway with natural ingredient flavor or natural flavors. But anyway, that's what I mean when I say whole food. Foods that are not made up out of chemicals. And these are foods that are not made up out of chemicals. So that should be your focus. Okay, off my high horse. Have a great day. Don't forget to click the like button, the thumbs up button, and subscribe.